Hello everyone. It's been a while. It's definitely been over 12 months due to the situation the country's in. Just an update on what me and Sharon have been up to. As you can see as I'm walking around, you can gather that I'm in my garden, and it does look slightly different to what it looked like when I put up the last couple of videos. As you know, last March I done a camp with George and Gary, and at the end of that camp we got a notification on the car radio that the country had gone into lockdown, and we've been in and out of lockdown, as you all know, for well over 12 months. But after that camp, when I went back into work, I'd only been in work a day or two, I got a letter to say that I had to shield, and I ended up shielding for over 4 months. As I just said, I made a couple of little bird videos in the garden, and the garden was our haven. It really helped. But during them 4 months I was shielding, I'd already planned on building new gates. We'd had gates. The garden's quite big, as you can see. We had gates at the front and gates at the back. We've basically got 2 driveways, but the gates that we had needed replacing. So we'd already bought the wood. We'd already planned to do them last summer. So obviously, with being shielding, it was the ideal opportunity to crack on with them. So that's what we done. And we videoed it, but we were only videoing it for ourselves. We had no intentions of making any YouTube videos. But as time progressed, we'd made the gates, and then we decided to take the decking area down and replace that, and then it just snowballed, and in the end we just decided to do a full garden makeover. And it's been a bit of an adventure, because we're still at it 12 months later. As you can see today, the weather, it's absolutely horrendous. We're coming up nearly to June, and for the last 3 weeks it just has not stopped raining. So it's put a halt to all the work. The garden's not far off finished. It doesn't look it, but it's not far off finished. So this is just an update of what me and Sharon have been up to. Basically a garden makeover. I don't know whether anyone's interested in this type of thing, but I'm going to take you back. It'll be April last year. As I say, we're going to do the gates. I'm going to just put up, they're only going to be short videos, maybe maximum 10 minutes long, of what we've actually been doing. As I say, I was off for 4 months shielding, and then when I went back to work, obviously it's just been weekends. So it's been a bit of a epic adventure, this garden. But for the last 3 weeks I haven't done a tap, because it's just constantly raining. I know everyone's just been allowed back out, and there's been a couple of videos gone up. I know Derek's just done the West Island Way. I've watched a few of the lads' videos on that, really enjoyed them. I know Alan Metalman's been back out, I've watched his. Yeah, so as I said, I don't know whether anyone's interested in this type of thing. As I said, they're just going to be short videos, and most of them were shot on the phone, because we were just making them for ourselves. So I'm just going to try and stitch them together as best I can. And it's as you know, we've got 4 cats, and we have them contained in the garden. So it was the way we'd done things in the garden. It was mainly to keep the cats in, because we were taking stuff down and putting it back up, so the cats couldn't get out. Anyway, I'll take you back to, I'll say, the end of March last year, and show you how we built these gates. I hope you're going to come along and join us and see what we've been up to. Catch you all later. So, as I said in the intro, building new gates. the first job was to actually paint all the wood. As you can see in the background, the gates are actually falling down, so they did need replacing. So Sharon likes to do all the painting. It's a job she loves. I don't particularly enjoy it, but she loves it. She is with one of the cats, Ellie, rolling the paint onto the planks. And it takes quite some time to do this. And I was actually building the frames with an old trusty hammer and chisel, which was taking forever. These are the old gates from the front of the house. There was just one base set of gates that went right across, but we decided to put an extra post in and do a little gate as an entrance. These are the frames that we ended up with. But as you can see with these frames, we ended up hiring a table saw, which made the joints much neater. They're just basic lap joints. As you can see, we weren't having much luck with the weather again. It's just been horrendous. That's one of the main things that's made us take so long, is the rain. So I'm actually just sanding down some of the lap joints, and there's all the wood. And as you can see, the garden looks totally different. This is the table saw that we hired, which made the job so much quicker, and the joints so much neater. And as you can see, there's the post, the extra post we put in because we were putting a little side gate up. As you can see, the garden looks totally different from what it did on the intro. So these are the frames, and the cats are having a good nose. But we actually got short of wood. As you'll see, Sharon's going to be pointing, saying that we were short of the cross joints. And this is the little side gate. As I say, it's just basic lap joints. The screws that we had were a bit big, so I had to file them off. And then we built the frames and just laid the wood out, and Sharon actually gave them another couple of coats of paint. And once we'd laid them out, we could screw them to the frame, as you can see what we've done here. And then we obviously give them the arch. This is we done a cardboard template to get the arch. We just done a little half moon arch on the little gate. As I said, we used to just have two big setter gates, but it was a nightmare opening them to get access to the garden, so we've decided to do just the setter gates for the car access, and a little gate for the actual foot access. So as you can see from this little drawing, this little sketch that Sharon done, this is how they should look once they're finished. And there they are, laid out on the floor. These are the actual back gates. We had two sets of gates which were basically the same. And these are them up. But the little gate was a bit tight, so we had to shave it down. As I say, I'm not a builder. I don't mind doing a bit of DIY, but I'm not a builder, so we actually got the measurements wrong and we had to shave it down. And we've still got to cut that middle post out to the right height. We've tried to use all the stuff that was in the garden. We've tried to salvage it and reuse it as much as possible. This is me just putting the locks on, as you can see where I've shaved that side down because it was just a bit tight. So I'll just leave you with a couple of photographs of the gates. So that's the gates done. The next job was we started to take all the foliage down, all the trees that were growing over, take the sheds down and the decking. So that's what we'll be doing in the next video. So as I said, they're only going to be maximum 10-minute long. They're not going to be anything special. It's just a very, I don't know whether, as I said, anyone's going to be interested in watching these type of videos, but hopefully I can get out later on in the year. Actually, I know there's something coming up next month. Can't tell you too much about it, my lips are sealed, but there is something in the pipeline. So I hope you can catch us on the next one when we're doing the decking area. I'll catch you all later. Ta-ra for now.